Hello, distance learners. Welcome to week 23, a landmark map, Washington, D.C. Now, this is one of my favorite places ever to visit. I can't wait. My kids are finally old enough. I can bring them and they can enjoy the nation's capital. Now, interestingly, nation's capital, you can see we have the United States is right here, and it is on the Potomac River, and it is it's between Maryland and Virginia. And so it is not really a state. It is a separate city between two states. So it's between Maryland and Virginia. Now, Washington covers the District of Columbia. That's why it's Washington, D.C., so District of Columbia. And it is where the federal government is. And so this is some of, and on our sheet here it says there's over 80, but on our document here, we only see 17 different monuments or tourist or historical sites listed here in the nation's capital. Now, remember the president, members of Congress, thousands of other government jobs, that's where all these people work for the federal government. Now, this country stands as a symbol of our freedom and our democracy. So this is a very special place for the United States. Has, again, over 80 tourist attractions. Our map shows 17. The White House, probably the most popular here, right here. This is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. If you've ever heard that before, you should. It's right there, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That's the White House. That's where the president and his family lives and does business, right there out of the White House. And then you can see that everything goes to the center here, which is on our map, number 6, the Washington Monument. So you can look right through the White House, past the ellipse, and then to the Washington Monument. Now, from the Washington Monument, you can also go the other direction here. This is the wading pool. It's in a lot of those movies. I should say reflecting pool. And then it goes right to the Lincoln Memorial, so number 4. And so you can look right from the Lincoln Memorial all the way down past the Washington Monument to the National Mall. Funny story, I went to Washington, D.C. When I was just entering high school, and my dad said we were going to the mall. And I was like, sweet, what are you going to buy me? And they didn't buy me anything because it's not that kind of mall. It's the historic mall. There's all sorts of museums and federal buildings to look out through there. Now you're looking at what's number 13. That's a good one to check out as well. That is the United States Capitol. So that's where the House of Representatives and members of Congress do their business, the Senate and the House. That's where they do their voting, and then other buildings there. So they kind of all stem here through here, and it's super amazing just to look down and see all of those historic buildings and all those grass big fields. If you ever have the opportunity to go Washington, D.C., amazing trip. I would encourage that 1,000%. One thing too, I didn't really mention memorials, and a memorial is something that is built to honor a person, such as a monument or statue. So our founding fathers, you have a lot of their monuments here and memorials to do that. We mentioned capital. Washington, D.C. is our nation's capital, so it's not just a star, it's a circle with a star inside on the map. And then it is, I think everything else I went over in the video, so you should be able to go through your sheet working with the landmark map, Washington, D.C. So it's got all of these 17 landmarks on it. Check those out and then go ahead and start answering those questions.